Hey GH peeps, what's happening? It's your girl, Twary Babes, coming at you with a late night review for Monday. It's Monday, y'all. The first day of the work week. We got it done. We knocked it out. Now we can chill. We can rest. Whew. We can woo-saw it out, right? I just want to say thank you to everybody that was able to join the live last Saturday. It was awesome. I really love the interaction I had with you guys. Like I said in the video, I wish we could do lives all the time. I am going to be doing things a little bit differently going forward so that we don't have to be harassed by all the trolls, because it was trollicious. You know what I'm saying? But anywho, hey new subscribers, hey current subscribers, as always I appreciate you guys hitting that subscription, and if you do like my content, please hit that like button, and if you like the content and you've been following me for a while, hit that subscription button, guys. The like button is all of that really gets my video out into the soapy algorithm of things, and I really appreciate it. But anywho, how was GHGHing for you? Any thrills? Any chills? Any, oh my gosh, really? With the inconclusive evidence? My highlights, I have a few highlights. Nothing really. Today's show wasn't really like poof. You know what I'm saying? It was more like poof. And you know, you guys can let me know how you feel. And like I said, always put your highlights in your comments in the comment sections. I really do love reading you guys' highlights and comments. But I just, you know, I was okay with, I like Stephen A. I'm not gonna lie. But I wasn't satisfied with the writing in this situation. In fact, I can't wait for the new writers to start. Oh my gosh, this writing is just so... But the inconclusive evidence that he brings in, I honestly felt like Brick was trying so hard for it not to be him that it almost made me look at him like, are you hiding something, Brick? I mean, are you? Because you really are pushing it. Then he brought Joss up into the conversation, and I'm like, oh yeah, something don't feel right, okay? And I don't know. I just wasn't happy with Brick. I mean, I do want this Dex situation to be done with, you know. I don't think Dex is a good fit for Sonny's organization. He's too much of a good guy. Sonny's too overreactive at this moment. So he's not even, I don't even think he's making even sound, stable decisions. Just like when he went to the island with Ava. Why would you do that when you're out in the open, like Ava was saying? So I don't even... Sonny hasn't been making sound decisions, but like I said in the live, he's at a weakened state, and we all know why. But let's just talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about all things General Hospital. So and this is another story. Y'all let me know when I'm... So we're at Laura's penthouse, and Laura and Kevin are chilling with little Ace when they get a surprise visit from Martin. Turns out Martin and Nicholas have discussed placing Ace into Laura's custody under permanent conditions. And Laura is, of course, reluctant, but Martin tells her that this was Nicholas's request and that he's in jail for kidnapping, and he's going to be quite some time before he's eligible for parole. And I'm like, so Elizabeth can get off for helping in a kidnapping, but Nicholas does time. So Elizabeth can not only get off for kidnapping, but also get head nurse, but Nicholas gets jail time? I don't like how that... I'm sorry. You guys, you're going to say, that's privilege. Guys, this is the soap opera world. That's what it all is. Privilege. All of them are rich and privileged. I think once we start realizing that, we won't have to be like, that's privilege. It's the soap opera world, people. But yeah, that was my first issue, was that, oh, okay, so we get to be a head nurse and no jail time for flipping a dime on somebody else. and you were a participant in keeping this girl kidnapped, but this boy get time. Okay. I just want to make sure this is where we're going. And Martin brings up the threat of Heather Weber and her brother. And Kevin tells Laura that Heather was interested in Ace. She was interested in making sure that Ace was taken care of. That was another. I was like, where are these writers coming up with this BS? I mean, like, for real? So now Heather's a threat? So you have to be permanent guardians for little Ace. I'm like, no, guys, this is horrible. And I hope the new writers correct that story instantly, okay? And yeah, and Heather should be interested. We can call her crazy, but at least we know Heather loved her mother, Esme. You know what I'm saying? So I just, whatever. I just thought that was just like, what the fuck? So Laura brings up size release, like Heather can get out with the same release. And I'm like, Heather has escaped several mental institutions, and she's been placed in several institutions, police institutions. But yeah, like, you know, whatever, I guess. Horrible writing. Martin says that most likely they won't win the custody, but to end everything, he assures her that, you know, this will end everything, you know, placing Ace in your permanent custody. When he leaves, the paperwork there for Laura Lou to decide and think about. And she talks about it with Kevin. And she's like, well, Kevin, you know, this just ain't going to be me adopting Ace. It'll be us raising Ace together. And I'm like, raising Ace I don't want... Okay, guys. I'm not going to talk more about it. Of course, Kevin says, yes, he's going to have his ladies back. He's going to be there for the kid. But this is my thing, okay? I don't want this kind of realism in soap opera. I don't want to see grandparents raise kids. That's a real life situation. We watch soap operas for fantasy. This is not love in the freaking afternoon. Why can't we let these people be grandparents and bring back one of the deadbeat parents? We got a whole father here that's in jail when another the participant in the kidnapping is not, and she's now head nurse. I'm sorry. I don't like the storyline, guys. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about that story, but I was poo on that story. I think Ace needs to be with his father. You see Ace, he wasn't even responding to Kevin. He wasn't, the baby wasn't even responding to these people like it was responding, like he was responding to Nicholas. Ace needs to be with Nicholas. If he can't be with Esme, then Ace should be with Nicholas. I do not agree that Laura and Kevin should be raising these kids. I don't want to see grandparents raising kids. I don't want to see that. That's real world stuff. This is fantasy. I just don't like the direction of some of these stories, and I'm really looking forward to the new writers because they got to bring some life in here. This is not juicy. Grandparents, babysitters is not juicy. Y'all let me know. I'm gonna get off of this one because I don't want to spend too much time on this story. And then we're gonna go over to the Metro Court, and Tracy runs into Gregory as he's getting ready to start packing to move in the fence. And Tracy likes the idea. She's like, oh, you're going to be around that great-granddaughter. Ugh, Violet's annoying. She's cute, but she's annoying. And playing backgammon with Finn. And Lucy comes behind and hits Tracy in the back of the head with a bread roll. And says, that's all the dough you're going to get out of me. And I'm like, Tracy, put her ass in jail. Tracy, put her butt in jail. I want a police, please. I just got assaulted by a piece of bread. No, but it could have gave me a concussion or something. Really? You just go around throwing bread at people? And it wasn't even a little piece of bread. It was a big piece of bread. I'm like, throw her ass in jail. Throw her dumb ass in jail. You mad, boo, because you got caught doing to her what she was doing to you? What doing to you? What do you know what I'm saying? She mad because and Tracy bust her out. You just mad and whining because I got you back. Oh, I'm sorry. What did Lucy expect? And then Tracy didn't put Lucy's in the haystack with Scotty. Ugh. You know what? I'm okay with Lucy losing Martin. I like Lucy and Martin, but until Lucy grow up and get some common sense, let me just talk about the story because it was just all over the place. So, Gregory's like, what in the hell is wrong with you? I like that. When he was dusting Tracy off, you're like, what the real. And Lucy feels like Tracy destroyed her life, and Tracy feels like she gave her an out. Actually, she gave Martin an out, an easy one, because Martin needed it. Lucy is just not to be. She just, I don't know. So Tracy explains that she did confess to Martin, and that Lucy was in the True Blue. And Lucy says, well, it was a little too late. And I'm like, this is what's wrong with you, Lucy. This right here is what's wrong with you. You gonna give her the evidence to... I'm so over Lucy. I'm sorry, man. She's too old to be acting so naive. She is too old to be acting so naive. But anyway, after Lucy starts to look stupid, Tracy quickly figures out that she slept with Scotty. Tracy's laughing her ass off hysterically. And she says, I love it when I'm right. It says that the Tawdry affair with Scott has always been on the installment plan. And you just can't resist Scotty. And Lucy's like, stop it right now. And Tracy's like, so how long you been sleeping with him, huh? I haven't been sleeping with him. Well, not since me and Martin broke up. You is too old to be making these weak ass decisions, woman. Damn, Lucy. Let me go. Where am I at? So Tracy tells Lucy she is not responsible for her rebound choices. Check. But you gonna be responsible for my cleaning bill. I was like, no, let's call the police. That's assault, and that's assault with a deadly weapon. That was a corny joke, I know. So, but Lucy is... So Lucy tries to bring up what Tracy started, and Tracy reminds her what Lucy and Scott were planning against her. And Tracy says, you're just whining because I paid you back. And that's when Gregory's like, well, perhaps a little bit of graciousness with the victory, please. And Tracy's like, really? But I like gloating. I like you gloating too. I want her to keep going. And then she suggests that, due to what my friend has said, that maybe I can help mend the situation. And I'm like, why, Tracy? You don't have to mend anything. You know what? I'm sorry. If Martin was that easy manipulated to think that Lucy would sleep on him, then he don't deserve her. And if Lucy was that easy to get into bed with somebody, she definitely does not deserve him. Okay? Lucy, Lucy shows her colors. She ain't gonna never grow up. Where we at? So Lucy tells them Martin ain't taking... Lucy then tells them that Martin is not taking any of her calls. Good. I wouldn't take none of your calls either. Greg tells her that he's headed to see Laura. Lucy has it in her head that Laura is gonna make Martin forgive her. I'm like, bye, Felicia. Bye. Okay. So she heads off to Laura's house to see if she can get her man back. And Greg and Tracy discuss Scotty and their past and the wild fling in the 90s. It wasn't a fling, it was a death action. It didn't really go too much. And that Tracy has learned a lesson, but Lucy never will. And I'm just going to say something. Lucy has lost a many good man behind her foolishness. And one of them was always Scotty. So then they discuss Gregory moving out to Finn, and that, him losing his independence, but he knows that this is the first part of his final chapter. And Tracy tells him that moving in with your family isn't something that holds you back. Tracy says even though they irritate you, she knows that she always, when she comes back home to Monica's house, she is coming back home. And I'm just like, I thought we already covered this about you moving in with your son. Because to me, bro, you can't breathe, okay? You twinges in your chest. Do you really think it's safe for you to stay home? Because what if somebody ain't there to talk you off the edge and you struggling to breathe and stuff? Guys, I wish I could care about Gregory's situation, but I do not. I do not. We're gonna head on over to the art galley, and we got Trina surprising Ava by showing up at the galley. And Trina was just telling Ava that she needs some distraction, and Ava's like, well, I got a new show, so your help would be valid. And we got, okay, so at the same time, we got Dex and Frank there, and Ava's like, this is a little too much, y'all gonna scare away my clients. And Dex is like, well, with all this extra, he wants you to have extra, security. And Frank's sitting there on the phone following Dex around. I'm like, and then when he follows Dex into the other room, I'm like, oh, so somebody can come off Ava right now, because nobody's watching Ava because you have somebody watching Dex. I'm like, oh my gosh, Sonny. Oh my gosh. Is this really protecting your family? Guys, you know what, Maurice? I think Maurice needs some new type of bipolar medicine. But anyway, we got Trina. Trina breaks down. She sees a painting of two lovers comforting each other, and she breaks down, drops the painting, and she just starts to freak out. And she says she can't stop crying, and everything reminds her of Spencer, and it's like losing him all over again, and she can't breathe, and she just wishes it was her that died and not him. And all I'm gonna say this, okay, y'all know I love Trina. I love Tabiana. I didn't feel anything in this whole entire thing. I didn't. Y'all let me know what y'all felt in this scene. I felt like this is the part where you think I can't breathe. Sounds like she's having a panic attack, to be honest with you, and that's probably what she is having, is a panic attack. Because she says she's gasping for air and she just can't catch her breath and everything. I would have thought that's when the tears are welling up, because she's describing pain. And it just wasn't, I don't know, y'all guys let me know. And I like Tabiana, okay? But I just didn't feel anything when she was talking. Like, she didn't put me into that, like, oh my God, this poor baby. I didn't feel that. Now, her acting, the script was nice. But she didn't have a lot of, there was no oomph behind it. But y'all let me know what y'all think. But Ava, oh honey, when she started talking about Kiki, we both got teary-eyed. Oh man, Ava helped this scene. Ava saved this scene. Because Ava says, don't you dare say that. I do know the feeling. When Kiki died, I was in so much pain. I didn't want to live, wanted to die so she could live, but she was gone. And Ava tells her that she realized that she had to stay for Avery, and Trina needs to stay for her parents, her strong and wonderful family. They're going to get you through this, baby girl. And she's so grateful for Spencer for saving her life so you could live. You and Avery, you girls are everything to me, sweetheart. And then they embrace. Like I said, Ava stole the scene. Ava made that scene, because I was just like, I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think, but I didn't get, it just left me, I was like, dang, Tabi, you can't put a little bit, I don't know, guys. Maybe I was just looking for more, and maybe that, I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think, but I don't think Trina brought it in this scene at all. Trina does guess that maybe she wasn't ready, and she asks, does the grief and sadness get better? And Ava tells her no. But with family support, you can get through it. And that's when Dex comes up with peppermint chamomile tea to relax the ladies. He said that's what Josh uses it whenever she's going through much. And we still got Frank creeping around the corner. Like, y'all don't notice Frank creeping around the corner like that? Like, everything about this scene just makes me... So we're going to leave this. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about that scene. I apologize if I miss any, if I lose any subscribers. It's just how I feel. We're going to move over to Crimson, and we got Carly and Drew walking into the office, and it's a disaster. Nina says that there was a water leak, but when Carly says she will go to Olivia, the other owner of the Metro Court, Nina says, well, it's kind of too late to do anything about it now. So Nina actually admitted to her sabotaging Crimson. And I'm like, you know what? Why don't we, if why don't we look and see about that lease? She want to play these games? Don't let her play these games. All these beautiful offices in New York, all the, what was it, all the problems with the businesses, there's probably some nice empty warehouses there that Crimson can start a new start off. I think that's what Carly needs, because she cannot deal with this whole entire mess between Nina and Drew. It's not fair to her. And I'm kind of over the grandma wars, but Nina, where were you at? Let's see. Carly knows that Nina sabotaged her when she brings up jeopardizing the jobs of her former employees that she loved so much. Nina says, well, they have backup in the cloud. You should know that. Carly says, yes, she does, but this will set everybody back a day late and make them late to the printers, which is what she knows she wanted. Carly tells her she'll be hearing from her lawyer, and Drew stays behind and tells Nina, keep playing with fire and you'll see what it'll get you. Nina brings up losing everything already. Drew reminds Nina that she didn't go to prison and she doesn't know the meaning of indignity or injustice, but she will. Guys, I'm tired of both Drew and Nina. Can they get on a boat and just go float off somewhere? Okay, I feel Carly on this, and even when Carly talks, Carly goes and she talks to Diane about it, and she's telling Diane everything that goes on, and of course Drew comes up and he's all like, yeah, we're gonna take her down and we're gonna get revenge, and Carly's like, looks at him like, no, that's not what I want at all. I want us to get back into this building. I want us to do this paper. I do not want Nina living in my head like you have Nina living in yours. And Drew's like, you know what? I just need to take a minute. And Carly just like, and Diane's like, I see that Nina is not the only person that's frustrating you. And Carly says, you know, I understand. And I'm not mad at Drew for wanting to blame Nina. But Carly don't want to do all this. She just lost her mom, and she says it. I just lost my mom. I don't. She calls Nina a parasite, which I actually love. Yeah, she called Nina a parasite. And she's like, I don't want to deal with her. And every time Drew goes after this revenge thing, it brings me back into Nina's orbit. I just want to move on. I just want to be. Sorry, Carly. It don't look like that's going to happen. Drew is hell-bent on bringing Nina down. And I'm kind of for it. I want to see the madness of Drew and Nina. But unfortunately, I know it's going to spill over into Carly. And this is probably what's going to make Carly be like, deuces. Because she's like, dude, I just want to be happy. I want to help you. You know, you're trying to, bring her down. We need to save your company, your magazine. And I'm like, you mean Scouts magazine? Well, that's not Scouts magazine, but Aurora is Scouts company. And what does Drew go do? Drew goes and calls, and I want to draw a line in the sand. Find out whoever that's in Aurora is willing to work with Nina. Yeah. So I'm like, so now you going after the Aurora staff? Oh. Which is going to make Michael even more uncomfortable because he's going to see this crap. And I'm like, dude, do not mix business into this. But, Oh, and Nina does give after her and Drew have their words, Nina does give Aldo, the guy that's fixing up the place, an incentive of $100 to keep it going as long as possible. As a person who does not like Nina in any type of song, I just want Carly to move Crimson to another place. Move Crimson to another place. Pull that money card. Find a way to get out of that lease and pull that money card. Take her money. Oh, okay. Well, MetroCorp gonna lose money because guess what? Crimson's leaving. What? Yeah, we found a loophole in the contract that says we can break our lease. And Drew found another place that's cheaper, bigger, and better. Bye, bitch. I want revenge. That's all you gotta do. Get Diane to look at that lease contract and find a loophole, get her out of it, get their own building, because Drew was like, well, we gotta stop her from messing up the next edition and the next edition. That's how you get her. You move your company from her. And if she ain't getting that business from Crimson and all those offices, that's gonna hurt the bottom line. Yeah, it ain't gonna hurt Olivia. Olivia's husband is rich. He a quartermain. We're going to move past this because I'm so tired of the grandma wars. We're going to go head over to the gatehouse. And just to wrap this one up, Mike is going back home. Okay? He spent the night, watched his wife sleep, creepily so. She slept on the couch. He slept in the chair. And I'm like, why didn't you go upstairs and sleep, in the same upstairs with your kids? But I guess, Josh comes in and wants to drop off Amelia's Lovey. My grandbaby has a Mookie. It's her dirty blanket. And my grandson, he has a unicorn. I don't know why he likes it's a swan. I don't know why he likes the swan, but he just loves it. His name is Swanee. So kids love these things. It's crazy. And Mike offers Josh coffee, and Josh wants the tea, baby. And Mike tells her that him and Willow are taking it slow, but they are making progress. And Josh just can't wait for Sonny to divorce Nina so she can be out of their lives. And I'm like, every time Josh speaks about Sonny, I just get irritated. And I like eating, don't get me wrong. But I just get irritated. Like, he's not your dad. You never treated him like your dad. He's always tried to be a dad to you. But you always been kind of like, indifferent. And they were a lot closer back in the day, but I guess. So Mike tells Josh he has no idea what Sonny's going to do about Nina. And then he tells her things are, but things are getting better between me and him. And Josh is like, well, that's good, because when things are better between you, when you guys don't have friction, it's safer for Dex. And I'm like, oh, here we go with the Dex thing again. And, I think people need to keep reminding Josh that Dex decided to stay working with Sonny, that he liked working with Sonny. Dex could have left, guys. Dex didn't have to be still in that situation. He could have flew the coop, moved somewhere else with his money. Josh could have seen him, visited him. They could have had an whatever kind of love. Dex could have changed his whole entire life. But Dex chose to keep working with Sonny because he liked it. I wonder if he's going to like being on the meat hook. Well, I guess he's not on the meat hook this time because it looks like they're somewhere on some mountain or pier or whatever. But anyway, Mike tells Josh that things have gotten way more dangerous and that Dex is doing his best to protect the family and keep them safe. And that Sonny has an insider that's selling him out. Josh, once again's only concern is Dex. And so she heads to the gallery. All that he said, there's a person that's trying to take Sonny out. People have been shooting at him. Oh, well, I just don't want Dex to get hurt. Like Sonny and Donna's daddy. Like Donna's daddy, huh? Ooh, Josh. We're going to head over to the Metro Court again, where we got Robert and Diana watching the madness unfold over Tracy and Lucy's craziness. And Robert says, ooh, look, the floor show is about to start. Diane invites Robert to a ballet, which he politely turns down. Do you blame him? And she lets him know, well, I did ask Alexis first. And he says, I'm not even mad. I was with Robert. I wouldn't have been either. And she mentions running into Gregory, who's still pissy about her representing the Muldoones. And I'm like, you know what? This is when I'd be like, okay, Gregory, bye. It's time for you to leave. It is time for you to leave. You still walking around pissy because this woman did her job? Oh, so she shouldn't do her job and be ethical because it was Finn and he's my son. And Robert's like, well, did you think that he did it? Diane's like, I was doing a job. I was doing a job that I was hired to do. Okay? And she does bring up the injustice in the system, and he does remark on it too. And he says, yes, there are some innocent people that get railroaded in the justice system. And she's like, oh, that's what we should, do together. We should make the justice system fair. I was like, that's a little good. That's a nice little thing. And then Carly sabotages the lunch, telling Diane that Nina is trying to sabotage Crimson. And like I said, that's when Drew shows up. I'm like, yeah, let's take Nina down. This man is crazy. And when Carly turns to give him a look like, dude, will you chill, please? She doesn't want that. She just wants to get back to work. And I think we talked about this, but I'm going to end this one where she was like, Drew is doing, everything that Drew is doing is just bringing her into my orbit. I'm still grieving my mom. I don't want to have some war with someone I don't care about. Carly is over it. Carly is over it. But in truth, Carly got her vengeance back. So Carly's like, I'm one. We're gonna go over to the restaurant, Sonny's restaurant. And okay, guys, I was not happy with this scene. I felt like Brick was almost force feeding this to Sonny. Y'all let me know in the comments what y'all felt. But I felt like Brick was force feeding this to Sonny. So Brick comes to Sonny with paperwork supporting that Dex is has received two big large sums of money 2 times. The first time, the day after the first shooting, and the second time after the second shooting. And he thinks that Dex is feeding info to someone. But this is what gets me. He says, it doesn't show who is the shell company. Not yet. I'm like, okay, this is what you should have done before you ran in here with just some bank statements. Is that you should have ran and found out who the shell company was, Mr. Tech Guru. And why didn't it show up the first time? Because you just said, oh, I did a check on him and everything showed up clean. But just recently, he's got these 2 lump sum things in. I'm like, Michael paid him a long time ago. Guys, I think these soap operas be thinking we stupid. Michael was paying him at the beginning. It didn't show up then. No money showed up from a shell company then. Brick. Everybody's saying that Brick might be the person. I don't want Stephen A. to be the person. I'm kind of looking at Stephen A. a little suspect. I'm not going to front. And this is why I feel like Sonny is not in his right mind. Because Sonny would be like, well, wait a second. You know, because, Sonny does say, well, I don't understand why he would do this to Josh. And then Brick brings up Josh like, well, you know, she don't want Brick. She really don't want Dex working for you and all this other stuff. I'm like, this dude, it's all conjecture. Conjecture. It's all conjecture. You don't know who the shell company is. You said the first thing was clean. Michael's been paying Dex since the beginning. You should see sums of money going into the same shell organization. There should be more than just 2 installments. Guys, come on. Do they think we're stupid? I was sitting here scratching my head like, I rewinded that scene several times before I took notes because I wanted to make sure I was hearing everything that Brick was saying. And so Sonny's response, well, let's go unalive Frank. Let's go unalive Dex. And then Sonny does report. Well, Frank reports that Dex is doing his job. No signs, no kind of fears or nothing. And Brick admits that this is all theory. But as usual, Sonny goes off half-cocked. There's a lot of evidence. I said, what? Where's the evidence? He got 2 lump sums of money? Where's the other lump sums of money? Because this is not the first time Michael has paid Dex. I'm sitting here scratching my head. I'm like, oh my God. I had to rewatch some old school early editions of Michael and the Dex story. Michael's been paying Dex since the beginning from the same shell company, Brick. Y'all tell me what y'all think about that. Because next thing we know, Sonny has Frank grabbing up Dex and rushing him into the car. And Sonny telling Dex that I'm going to take a ride. And I'm sitting here like, you know what? I hope there's a shooting at that, wherever the hell y'all at. And Dex jumps in front and saves your whack ass life. And then he ends up in the hospital fighting for his life. Sonny is I don't like hating on Sonny. I love Sonny. But this story did something. It irked me. And I would, like I said, I was with everybody else. I was waiting for this Dex story to end. I really wanted it to end. But the writing is just... And I mean, like, come on. Don't insult our intelligence. This can't be the first time you see payments. Oh, like Michael's all of a sudden paying him big. Michael been paying him big this whole entire time. Every time he told Dex, I'll make it worth your while. You stay on with my father. You keep looking after him, and I will make it worth your while. This man only pulled up two installments. Didn't bother to look through anything else. Had a pack of stuff. His record is clean. That's all you got, Brick. That's all you got. And then he tried to throw Josh in the. Please don't, kids. Don't put him with Jordan. He's an absolute mess. And the fact I hope Brick is not the dirty insider one. I really do hope Brick is not. But I'm almost starting to wonder, looking at Brick's side eye, like, ain't you supposed to be the guru, the tech guy that nothing gets past? Damn, we need Jason back, because this is just foolish. Foolish. But anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. I've been yammering long enough. If you like the content, like I said, please like and subscribe. This probably is not one of my best reviews, because I was just, it was just, the Laura story and the John, and the Sonny and the Brick story, it was a hard day, guys. But I'll do better tomorrow. You guys are amazing. Thank you for hanging out with me this long. Be blessed and have an amazing day tomorrow. Mwah. See you soon.